Aron, thanks a lot for joining us. Unbelievable privilege for me from Fairtree side, from the PBA, Professional Bowling Association of South Africa. And yes, Aron, the big announcement from our side is, the PBA the past few years in South Africa, it's a qualifier, but it became quite a big event in South Africa as such, other than the qualifying for Potters, and we even used it for the Scottish International until now. So it's wonderful to announce that you are joining us officially in March 2026 as part of that qualifier. You mentioned before, but we're going to give over to you, that you haven't been in South Africa and that you're excited. But we are so privileged. It's more than an honor. I know we can't say it enough, but it's really an absolute dream come true that you are joining us. So thank you so much to you, Aron, for that. So maybe a few words from your side, and what do you expect, not only on the green and the conditions, but maybe, I don't know, more importantly, what do you expect off the green? I mean, what have you heard and what do you want to do?
Yes, thank you very much. I look, honestly, once Jerry touched base with me, I was that excited. As you said, I've never been to South Africa. It's one of my bucket lists. I've had a lot of keen battles with Jerry over the years, and always had a lot of respect for the South African players. Love the way they play the game. They're hard nosed like Aussies, and they play it hard, but they play it fair. So it's always been a destination on my list that I wanted to come to. So thank you so much for the opportunity to get over there. Thank you for the kind words. As Jerry probably know, I'm a bit of a party boy, so I'd like to see a little bit of the nightlife and that sort of stuff. But my retirement from international bowls has come because of my kids and my family and my wife, and so I'm a bit more of a family man these days too. So I might try and knock out some some tours things. I'll just leave it up to you guys. Honestly, I'm just so excited to get over there. I'm in your hands. Hopefully I can play well, put on a show, and entertain. And just so excited to get over and get amongst it.
100%. No, thanks a lot. No, hopefully we're going to be entertaining. We'll sort of get some younger guys to come in. I'm not sure. Bresler is he keeps himself young, so maybe he can join you in the nightlife thing. I'm not sure me and Audrey will go far. I can't speak to Jerry these days. I'm not sure.
One thing is
okay, a long lunch, that we can do. I'm quite good at that. Listen, Jerry, before everything has been recorded, you gave a quick rundown, but I think just for the people watching and listening in and so forth, just on how this came about, quickly on with Aron. Of course, there's some history, but also a quick overview on Jerry, on Aron, from your side.
Yeah, with pleasure, Lombard. So, when we spoke about sort of elevating, what you guys have always tried to do from taking over this thing is to try and make every finals, the PBA finals down there, every final weekend better than the previous year. And when you were speaking about elevating from last year, and you mentioned, is there a possibility to get a proper, overseas player? The best in the world is Aron Sherrif. He's a multiple gold medalist, world championships in the world. In Asia, he's just dominated over the years. He's a world singles champion, a champion, world outdoor champion, 2 bronze, 5 silvers, 5 golds, 12 medals. He's the best Aussie of all time. So we've got the best of the best. And then to cap it all, I think it would be it's really a feather in his cap to be a Hall of Famer now, in the first initial Hall of Fame, and now it's by World Bowls, and it's quite unique to be recognized as a Hall of Famer while you're still playing. It's normally reserved for old timers that are battling to walk like me and everything else, but he got it while he's still playing. So he's revered around the world. He's He's a character on the green. He's a character off the green. He's exactly what South Africans would love. He's a fierce competitor. He's going to come into our own backyard here, and he's going to get a rough time, but he'll handle it. He'll be up for it. He's so, as far as it's always better in hindsight to think about people, but I can't. Well, I can tell you now, there's no better person to get across. In South Africa years ago, Karen Murphy and Glass came over many years ago. Aron to our SA Masters. And then probably about 5, 6, 7 years ago, Barry and who was it, Christina or somebody came across for our Masters, and they have a great time. And you guys will show off Cape Town at its best. And so I think the whole thing between Aron, between you guys and the PBA, it's going to be a belter event. And like I say, we can't get a better person. So for you to give up your time, Aron, to come and join us and to be part of it, I can assure you of the best week of your life. On and off the green, Durbanville in Cape Town is a proper setup. It's we haven't got venues like Broadbeach and St. John's and those type of places, but Durbanville is probably as good as we got in South Africa. So it's a great venue. The boys will roll out the red carpet, and I think it's just I think the synergy and the matchup is fantastic.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. Just Aron, a few questions maybe. Listen, bowls, of course, is growing globally with, and I love it, strong personalities and fast-paced formats these days. We're probably lacking a bit. But where do you see the future of the sport, and where is it heading, according to you?
Yeah, look, I love all the like we've got in Australia, the BPLs and UBCs and those sorts of short chat formats, and they're great for viewing. I mean, I'm a bit of a traditionalist, so I love the longer versions. I think, we don't want to shy away from that for world championships and things, but the more colour, the more live stream, the more money and everything that we can get involved in the sport. I think there's a bright future for it. We just need to, I suppose, we need more characters. I think, unfortunately, we've tried to dull down our athletes a little bit, especially in Australia. And the characters sort of get hidden a little bit. But the more personalities, the more bright sparks, the more loose units, I guess, from an Australian point of view, that we can get into the sport within reason. There's definitely a bright future for it, that's for sure.
I totally agree with you. I think from the outside, I often say I don't see myself really as a bowler because unfortunately I'm not good enough. But yes, like the Aussies, the South African fans, not only with bowls but with cricket and rugby and all this stuff happening, and following the Ashes. It's one of the few times, I must say, that we do support the Aussies, in the Ashes, and it was a lovely one to see. Travis Head, what a unbelievable innings. And I don't know whether the game is already finished, but us winning a series there in India, so it's happy days. And of course the Springboks doing quite well. Sorry about you guys. But other than that, we're very passionate and we love showmanship as such as well, So can we expect a little bit of that Aron Sherrif flair in March?
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm looking forward to coming out, meeting all the crew over there, having a great time. Hopefully I'm playing well enough to show off a bit of flair. Everyone seems to think I've got this strut or something, but that might come out and if I'm playing good enough. But look, I just want to get out to South Africa. I want to meet all the people. I want to experience South Africa. I'm so excited to come out and just have a really good time, meet different people, just fully fulfill the whole experience. So, super excited. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really, really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And, just cannot wait to get out there in March.
No, we also are really looking forward, although I'm getting retirement age also in March, so maybe we can celebrate that. But another question, so sorry for a few more, but because we've got you now. But your ability to perform under pressure, is really legendary. Is there any key mental strategy that you rely on in big moments, or are you just going with the flow and just trust whatever happened? Or is there any strategy that you have when that's that key moments?
I guess when I was younger and like training a lot, I suppose I was probably maybe a little bit ahead of my time. I set up heads and trained with different sets of bowls and things like that to try and play certain shots and put myself into certain scenarios, whether it was win an Australian title, world title or something, and have to play that shot and repeat it time and time again. So I guess for me, mental confidence and ability and that sort of stuff is putting yourself into uncomfortable situations and learning from them. And I was never afraid to put myself in those situations, whether it be in practice or in competition. So, I've been playing 30 years now, and over that period of time, I've just there's not too many situations I'll get myself into these days that I haven't already experienced. So knowing that you've put the time in, the work in, the effort in, and just backing your ability and your pre-shot routine and those sorts of things. I guess that's why it looks a little bit maybe easier than for some others, but it's like the old duck underwater scenario. It's looks cool and calm on top, but there's always the butterflies and the anticipation, expectation in the head as well. So yeah.
No, we can hear you a married man and that you know how to handle pressure. So well done. But is there a moment in your career that you feel really helped you and truly shape you as a player and who you are today?
I guess probably right from the start. I mean, the story I haven't told too often is that when I first started playing when I was 10 years old, and I was training and coaching with George Dawes, who's a legend of my area, and he passed me as a player. I'd had about 8 coaching sessions with him. So when he went to put my membership through, the club actually knocked it back and said that they didn't want a 10-year-old playing bowls. So I guess from that point, I wanted to prove to anybody that I'm not a 10-year-old. I'm an athlete. I'm a competitor, and whatever you throw in front of me, I'm going to annihilate. So I guess from that age there, that grew some stubbornness. Also being a Scorpio, I guess we're all stubborn and fiery. So my will to win, look, I've learned over the years to handle losses a little bit better than I used to. But my hatred for losing, my want for success, and my want for success now is the sacrifices family have made and making them proud and thanking them for giving up their time to take me to all those things. So I guess that's where it all comes from.
Fantastic, man. And but if you can bring one piece of Aussie bowls and culture to South Africa, what would it be and why?
Well, that's a tough question, but I love it. I think in Australia, we're really, really fortunate that there's tough tournaments all the time. We've got competitions every week if you wanted to play them. So if the one thing I could bring over is to really make life uncomfortable. I know there may not be the tournaments to play over there. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, but just always make things uncomfortable in your practice, in your, just to strive to be better. So don't leave no stone unturned. Always experiment. Always have fun, because that's why we take up sport, is to have fun ultimately. But make sure you got that competitive, nasty edge at times too.
Great, thanks. Just maybe on a little bit of that we can check you out. Is there any pre-match rituals or superstitions that we as fans can look out for when you're on the green, or even before the game?
No, well, not so much these days. I do. one silly thing is always put the left sock on first, but outside of that, no, not so much. I just like to, I suppose during a match, I like to get away. So I may look not interested or float off away from the rink or something like that. But it's literally just to clear my head. So, I told all the people I coach here at Broadbeach, as you can see, there's a few out here now, that realistically, you only got 10 seconds each bowl to have an impact on the head. So everyone burns themselves out trying to concentrate for 3 or 4 hours or whatever the game takes, when you've literally got about 10 or 15 minutes of real impact into a game. So you probably see me walking off to grab a drink or have a chat to somebody, or just, float through, have a look at the sites, whatever it is. But it's not disinterest. It's just knowing that at that period of time, I have no impact on how the result's going to happen. So I just like to clear my head and refocus.
Great. I'm just glad we've got a chance now, because I just we discussed it and we're changing some rules for the PBA. You may not wear any socks because it's Africa, so maybe we've got a chance now.
Beautiful. That's all right. I'm happy to play in thongs.
No, not really. But it seems like we need to do anything. But don't worry, it's not us against you. It's we all have one big family. Maybe just on rivalry, is there any, maybe it's always a difficult question, but that memorable rivalry or match of your career that you will always look back on and say, listen, that really was a goodie.
Yeah, I suppose for me, the one person in the last sort of 10 years, I suppose, Alex Marshall's always been the sort of the GOAT, the guy, the man, so to speak. So the fact that he's been able to come out and play in Australia a bit more, and we've played each other internationally, he was kind of the benchmark. So he was always the guy that, I probably set the standard, and he was the one that I wanted to beat. He's the one that I wanted to prove to everybody that I was as good as him. So I suppose in the last decade or so, Alex is the one that I've probably most looked forward to playing against, because of his skill, his determination, and now we're fantastic mates. So he's probably the guy that I've had the most entertaining and exciting battles against.
Great, thanks, Aaron. Just a last question from my side. You alluded to your a little bit more family life and so forth. But what lies ahead for Aron Sherrif? And is there any milestones still in bowls that you would like to achieve, or what's lying ahead?
Like I said, my daughter is playing cricket at the moment. She's just turned 15. She's won a T20 competition in the women's second grade competition in Brisbane on the weekend. She's a fast bowler, opens the bowling. She's competitive like me. Probably got a little bit more mongrel, I think. She's a wily customer, so it's pretty exciting to go and watch her play. And I mean, I've had my time in the sun, so to speak, and I really want to be there to not miss her go through her journey, whatever it entails. But I guess for me personally, probably comes back to club stuff. Broadbeach are obviously a great supporter of mine, and we've started a journey this year with a new younger team, and got some new guys involved, and I want to nurture that and bring through those sorts of things. I am currently on a 4-year winning streak of the Australian Open, so I'd like to keep that going. I think it's number 7. I've won 7, so I suppose for me, setting goals would be get to 10. If I could win 10 Australian Open singles, that'd be pretty cool. But just my focus now is doing this sort of stuff. Like go and experience things that I probably couldn't do because I was so committed to the Australian setup. So getting to South Africa, having some fun and exploring with you guys. Playing for different clubs, going and doing some stuff that I wouldn't normally do. Share my wealth, share my love. and just have some fun with the sport. It's been so competitive for probably the best part of 15 years, and now it's time just to really enjoy it, have some fun with it, and if I can pass on some knowledge or just I don't know, brighten someone's life through the sport of bowls, and that'd be unreal.
Now you're definitely going to do that over here, so I can just tell you, I think the reward for you on that level will be big. Listen, that's all from my side, but I want to give back either, if Audrey, if you want to come in, you're more than welcome, but other than you coming, maybe Jerry, back to you. I don't know if you've got final words, but it's also exciting. To be honest, Aaron, I'm going to lie, but Audrey will know what you're playing with exactly now and the size and everything. Aero as with Jerry has come a long way in South Africa as a brand and so forth. And Jerry mentioned to me that he convinced even more people of Aero coming over. So Jerry, to your side, there's more people to entertain. I'm not going to take this one on my own. I'm in Fun World, so Aaron, I'm all team Aaron for that one. But maybe you can share a little bit, even from Aero's side, what you've been also, other than getting Aaron, some more news.
You'd probably play with a groove here in Cape Town.
Yep.
We'd arrange for you. It's probably the equivalent of your Optima. That I don't know if you use the Optima at Broadbeach or something straighter. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, now I use the Optima mostly. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be like the groove here. So we've got Annika on board, and the PBS shop is like a massive support. And then in talking, to Walter about this and about you coming out, then. Walter's obviously an ex-African from many years ago. Still hasn't lost that bad accent of his. But he's so he indicated like maybe it's time to come back as well. To have a visit. I don't think he's been back since he left, basically. So so I'm busy convincing Walter to come out. He's like a storm that arrives. I'm sure. So. But we'll see what. So if Walter comes out as the head and the founder of Aero, that'll be super cool. But this is not an Aero show. This is about the PBA, and it's just going to be great. So and as I mentioned to you, we're promising to you that you're going to have the best week of your life.
March, Durbanville is end of South African summer, so the Durbanville Green will be running about 9 to 10 seconds. No, getting full. We're getting it up to 13, 14, maybe we're lucky 15 seconds. So it'll be slower than you used to. And everybody you see in picture is actually playing with Aeros. But do you? And I know you're a sponsored player, but do you think Aero gives a little bit of an advantage over other bowls?
Well, I guess they've got the most variety out of all the manufacturers. So I suppose worldwide, definitely. I think you've got the tighter models to the mid-bias models that we can utilise in Australia, and then you've got the extreme models that in South Africa and UK and basically all over the world. So as far as variety and choice for all sorts, all surfaces, I don't think it's any competition to Aero's number one for sure.
Thanks. See you in March.
Yeah, maybe some more work. You're not getting off light, Aaron. We still also, maybe that's a new, a next kind of interview, but we are hoping that you're going to bring another big name with you. So maybe we can confirm in future with that. So we're really hoping that there's going to be two big names. It can't unfortunately be bigger than you, but so the next interview will be less interesting, but that's fine. Hopefully also one of your good mates and that you're going to also have a good time together, but we'll speak on that.
It's definitely in the works. I've spoken to a couple of boys But unfortunately, the boys I've spoken to have, with the Com Games next year, they've got camps and things that are unofficially sort of confirmed. So, yeah, in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure I'll have another player for you.
Yeah, no, other than that, thanks. Absolutely. I see even the light has changed. The interview has gone on long, but thank you very much for your time. We're really looking forward to see you in March. And from to all the fans out there, please come down and have a look. There's some more other surprises coming. And from the PBA side, watch this space. We really enjoy the sport, we enjoy the community side of it, and we enjoy the global sameness of bowl and everybody being excited about bowl as a sport and as a community and so forth. So yes, thank you to everybody, and I hope to see you soon and talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.
Perfect. See you in March, guys. Thank you.